largest group under the Bryophyta, and as well as we already discussed, these are the some kind of this modification present with respect to mosses. Yeah. So now today we talk about the further part, economic importance of the Bryophyta. Got it? Should I continue? Rishikesh, I think you
Yes,
are.
ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So next part we are talking about economic importance. Economic importance of Bryophyta. And please remember this point. Under this economic importance of the Bryophyta, we are talking only one point, that is with respect to mosses, because mosses, these are the more elaborated. So in this point, we discuss more detail. We discuss about the mosses. And in case of this mosses, simply we are taking the example sphagnum.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
What is the question for the Tuesday's exam?
A complete cell chapter, entire cell chapter. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Chalo. So first of all, we are talking about some information with respect to economic importance with respect to Bryophyta. And in case of this Bryophyta, we are focusing on mosses. I'll explain that part, Rishikesh, later. Mosses, and in more specifically, we are talking about that is sphagnum. Number one, economic importance with respect to mosses, that is mosses prevent soil erosion. So first point, mosses soil erosion. Why? Because mosses, they has good water holding capacity. So they can definitely, they can avoid, or what we say, mosses, they form a mat-like structure on the soil because it has the rhizoid-like structure, root-like structure. So they can hold the soil particle. So mosses prevent the soil erosion due to presence of due to presence of rhizoid. Hmm? Yeah. So second important economic importance with respect to, they are also help for the soil formation. So next part we are talking about second economic importance, mosses help in help for soil formation. Second economic importance. So what is meaning of the soil formation? It means that we are talking about, I hope you remember, because whenever we are talking about soil formation, so whatever the rock is present, and that rock undergo the process of this withering, rock withering, and due to rock withering, now slowly there is a all that soil, large rock particles, it is slowly converting into soil. So they are responsible for the soil formation. So now in this condition, who help? I just tell you syllabus, that is cell unit of life, entire chapter for Sunday's test. Entire chapter cell unit of life.
Ma'am, not for
Not
Sundays, right?
Sundays.
For Tuesdays.
For the exam.
Subjective.
Go
Exam.
about paper. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Uh, okay, I'll text you. Okay, I'll text you later because I
Ma'am,
don't
how
know
many
any
marks?
information. That's why I'm telling you I don't have any information about test, when this test is conducting, because first of all I want to speak with sir and then I'll tell you. Okay, don't worry, in detailed information I'll message in group, means in team. Yeah, don't worry, जितना पार पोर्शन हुआ है ना वही हम लेंगे from living world, biological classification and the cell. I think we took only 3 chapters, that's it. Okay. So rock, these are the undergo the process of the withering, and rock slowly converted into soil. Now what happened? For this withering, who help? Definitely mosses play very important role, right? Because we know first community for the soil formation, who initiate the soil formation, that is lichen, and the second community who initiate the soil formation, that is mosses. So I'm writing that information. So during succession, succession means what? Whenever we are using the word evolution, so similar word we are talking about with respect to succession. Succession means what? Something changes. Changes is going on. Changes from pioneer up to advanced species. Pioneer up to advanced species. So whatever the changes is going on, that changes simply these are called as the succession. When we talk about the succession, changes of the pioneer from the pioneer species up to advanced species. So during this time, we already discussed there is a requirement of some community. There is a requirement of the some organism. So first community who initiate soil formation, that is lichen, and second community who initiate soil formation,
Ma'am, what
that
is
is
that after advanced?
advantage. Advanced species means
No, no,
climate
ma'am,
state.
ma'am, what is that after advanced?
Advanced made more modified plants. Modified
No, that
plants.
after advanced something SP is written. What
Species,
is that?
species, species better.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, species. Okay. SP dot species. Huh? So now what happened? We already discussed in biological classification. First community, that is lichen. Second community, that is mosses. And what is their common function? Both they are initiate or initiation of soil formation. Initiation of the soil formation. So definitely two species, that is number one lichen and another one is mosses. Lichen, these are the first community, and the second one, that is mosses, both they help for the soil formation. They increase the soil formation rate. So that's why simply we can say whenever we are talking about that mosses, definitely mosses, they are responsible for formation of the soil from the rock. Now, third benefit with respect to mosses. In case of this mosses, more specifically, we are talking about sphagnum. We are taking example that is sphagnum moss. Sphagnum basically it has good water holding capacity. It has good water holding capacity. Okay, good water holding capacity. So now what happened? Due to that water holding
The
capacity,
screen is not visible.
why?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Okay. So sphagnum basically it has the good water holding capacity, and now this sphagnum mostly these are the used for transportation. These are used for transportation of seedling plant. Seedling means what? Small size plant. आपने देखा होगा in Goa there is a rice plant. First of all क्या किया जाता है? Rice को grow किया जाता है. Now after few days now we have to uproot that. मतलब उसके bunches बनाए जाते हैं. And now we sell that. Means farmer can sell that. So that seedling. Seedling means what? Approximately very delicate plant, 2 to 3 centimeter height. That is called as a seedling. So transportation of this seedling plant, it is help for the transportation as well as it is help for the transportation of the cut plant. Cut plant means what? All these seedling plant or cut plant, simply we can say these are the delicate plant. Delicate है तो क्या किया जाता है? Sphagnum basically it has the good water holding capacity. It's maintain the water level. So now what happen? जिस तरह से आपको पता है जो मैंगो की पेटी आती है, मैंगो सपोज मैंगो, so inside that mango कुछ it's create क्या कहते हैं उसको, there is some grasses we placed, right, who form a cushion like structure. Cushion means what? It's like a support. So same kind of this function performed by this sphagnum. Sphagnum it has the good water holding capacity, right? And now what happened? This sphagnum form a boundary, or what we say it is form a protective layer. So whatever the delicate part of the plant, so that delicate part easily protected. So for the transportation, sphagnum mostly used due to their one property, good water holding capacity. And due to that, water holding capacity or water absorbing capacity or water retaining capacity, sphagnum also called as cotton moss. Sphagnum also called as cotton moss. And what is the reason for the cotton moss? Because it's absorb water. It's absorb water. Sphagnum absorb the water. That's why simply it is also called as the cotton moss. Now, so these are the third function. Fourth point and the last point. Again, we are taking the example that is sphagnum. Sphagnum moss. Sphagnum basically help in peat formation. It is help in peat formation. So we have to discuss what is meaning of peat. Okay? Now what happened? Sphagnum, it has the capacity, they grow in acidic marshy area. It's required the acidic environment. So I'm writing some point here. First point with respect to sphagnum.
Ma'am, please go.
Done. Don't worry, Vaibhavi, it's already started. Should I continue? Should I continue? Okay. So, हम कहाँ पे थे? We are talking about sphagnum. Sphagnum, these are the moss species who grow at acidic marshy area. Grow in acidic. Please underline the word acidic. Acidic marshy area, and you know very well marshy area means what? Waterlogged condition. Inside the soil, more water is present. So marshy area. Now what happened? Once ये तो first property. Second property, after the death of sphagnum, after the death of sphagnum, because sphagnum these are the one moss species who grow at acidic environment. After the death of this sphagnum, now it formed dark moss body. Simply, after the death, they formed dark moss. Dark means dark color, black color. Dark moss. And this dark moss, simply, these are called as so that dark moss form, and that dark moss simply these are called as the peat. Okay, see the sequence. Sphagnum having this specific characteristic, they can grow in acidic environment. After the death of this sphagnum, now that sphagnum they converted into dark color, and that dark color simply these are called as the peat. So I'm talking about what is the economic importance of the peat. So one point here, that is peat, basically these are the good manure. Peat is an example of the good manure. Manure means what? Like a biofertilizer. These are the good manure. Manure means what? That is act as a biofertilizer. So we are talking about the point one by one. Why we say peat, these are the good manure. So in this condition, whatever we are talking about peat, peat act as a fuel. First point. It is act as a fuel. Second point, peat decrease the alkaline soil or decrease the pH of the soil, because
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
yeah, so we are talking about economic importance of the peat. Peat basically these are the good manure. First of all, why? Because peat these are the used as a fuel. Second point, peat basically we just discussed peat obtained from the sphagnum, and sphagnum grow at acidic environment. It means what? They maintain the acidic pH of the soil. So second function is related to pH. Peat can maintain pH of soil. They can maintain pH of soil because itself these are the acidic. Another point, peat, it has good water holding capacity. Good water holding potential, good water holding capacity, right? And then second point, it increased soil aeration. It increased soil aeration. Okay, so because of this all 4 points, simply you can say peat, which is obtained from the dry sphagnum, which is obtained from the death of the sphagnum, this peat used as a good manure. Got it? This point is clear, everyone? This point is clear? Okay, Rishikesh. Padma. Okay. How does peat help in the soil aeration? तन्मय, actually see हमने यहाँ पे point लिखा है. Sphagnum, they has tendency to grow at marshy area. They grow at which area? Marshy area. Marshy area means what? The area where inside the soil water is more. Water lock condition means anaerobic condition, right? But now what happened? Sphagnum has that tendency. Environment anaerobic bhi hoga. So they create the aerobic environment. Because now what happened? That sphagnum is nothing but we are talking about that is peat, sphagnum. They have such kind of this mechanism in their body. They create a pores inside the soil. They create a very, what we say, create a space inside the soil. So what is the meaning of this aeration? Aeration means what? Whatever the soil particles are present, so that soil should be porous. So that porosity maintained by the sphagnum. Got it? Right? Aeration means what? We are talking about with respect to porosity. Tanmay?
Yes,
Okay?
ma'am.
Okay, chalo. So now next part, we are talking about now end of this point, what we say, with respect to one cycle, that is Funaria life cycle. Anyone please, if you have the NCERT book, please click one photo and share, so you will get the clear cut idea. Because Funaria, sphagnum, all these are the belonging to mosses. Okay, and we have to focus life cycle with respect to mosses. Okay, so once you share, तब तक हम एक part करते. We discuss one point with respect to Merchantia, that is gaming cup. So that part is over. Economic importance part is over. Now we are talking about special condition with respect to Merchantia. Merchantia belonging to which class? Tell me. Liverworts or mosses? Merchantia belonging to which class? Liverworts or mosses? Arey bolo. Yeah, very good. These are the liverworts, huh? So in case of this Merchantia, we are talking about a specific structure formation, that is gamma cup. And I hope you remember when we discuss about asexual mode of reproduction, more specific, we discuss about the vegetative fragmentation method. During that method, we already discussed this point. हमने वहाँ पे discuss किया था कि in case of what we say, bryophyta, vegetative formation, vegetative reproduction भी होगा, that is with the help of this fragmentation. Again, there is a presence of this bud formation. Again, there is a presence of this tuber formation, right? And now we already discussed one point. There is a formation of this gamma cup. Gamma cup भी formation होगा. So now in this scenario, we are talking about in case of this Merchantia, what is the exactly condition is present? What is meaning of this gamma cup and how they help for the reproduction? Got it? Should I continue next part? Okay, chalo. So gamma cup, we are talking about in case of this Mertensia. So this Gamma cup, basically we are talking about part of vegetative reproduction, and more specifically it is present in case of this Mertensia. So first of all we draw a simple structure of this Mertensia. Thallus का structure draw करके ले रहे, not a sexual branch. We are talking about thallus structure. Draw the structure along with me so we can save our time. So we already discussed this point. Upper side, these are called as the dorsal side. Lower side, these are called as the ventral side. Now, where the ventral sides are present, at that area there is a presence of root-like structure, that is rhizoid. Root-like structure, nothing but these are called as the rhizoid. Now, so we are talking about structure, typical structure, that is Gamma cup. तो Gamma cup यहाँ पे present होगा, here. Cup-like structure. It's very simple. So this green color, nothing but these are called as the Gamma cup. Okay. So now we are talking about some more information about the Gamma cup. Inside the Gamma cup, there is a presence of asexual bird. So Gamma cup, inside it, there is a presence of one specific type of this bird. That bird, nothing but is called as the asexual bird. Bird means what? Bird, these are the reduced structure. Okay? Reduced structure. For example, shoot bird means reduced structure of shoot. Flower bird, reduced structure of the flower. So whenever you are using the bird, bird means reduced or the compact or the condensed structure. Bird, nothing but these are the highly condensed structure. Right? So if you see at the early morning, flower का छोटा सा bird होता है. For example, rose. Rose bird means petals, it is not open. It has the very compact structure. But now after some time, if you observe that same bird, now the petals slowly they get open up. मतलब वो expand होगा. So now what happen? When that flower, it is present in bird stage, it means that petal not open, and it's not open, it means that it has the condensed structure. Same scenario with respect to shoot bird. Shoot, when it is get expand, now we can easily observe branches, leaf, everything. But now what happen? On the tip, sometime shoot, they are showing the condensed structure. All the leafy structure, they form the condensed form. That time we can say that is shoot bird, right? So bird, simply bird, condensed structure, that's it. So we are talking about, यहाँ पे present है Gamma cup, because it's look like a cup shape. Inside this Gamma cup, there is a presence of the asexual bird. Okay. Now what happened? These are the some information. So we are talking about some more information, means what we say, some detailed structure of the Gamma cup. So मान लो कि हमने इसको Gamma cup को हमने बाहर निकाला, and now we are taking the microscopic structure. We are taking the microscopic ultrastructure. How it is look. So first of all, I draw the structure. If you see, means outer side, it is look like a cup shape, but when you study the internal structure, now it is look like a something different structure. So I just try to draw that structure. It's look like a 8 shape. Okay. So now the single structure, whatever we draw here, the single structure, these are called as the gamete. And ploidy level of the gamete, these are haploid. So quickly cover the diagram. We are talking about gamma cup. Inside the gamma cup, asexual bird is present, right? That asexual bird, these are the consist of GC, no Madhura, not this one beta. Funaria, funaria का कहाँ पे देखो image? Image of funaria. Amod, I can't get you better. So initially, if we complete this diagram, then we talk about what is the more information about the gamete. अच्छा, गेमा कप. मुझे कैसे पता चलेगा जीसी को आप गेमा कप बोल रहे हो? No, it's not possible. We are talking about these are the present near to the ventral. Near to the ventral. Don't worry, वहां से question नहीं आएगा. Don't worry. Yeah, so this diagram is done. This diagram is done. Okay, so I'll continue this part. Here we are talking about that is structure of this gamete, right? This gamete, also called as asexual bird. These gamete, these are also called as the asexual bird. Same point. Gamete. See, gamma cup inside this. Ha, Madhura, true. Gamma cup, inside this gamma cup, there is a presence of this asexual bird. That asexual bird, which is also called as the gamete. Got it? Gamma cup, and inside this gamma cup, there is a presence of this gamete, and gamete also called as the asexual bird. So we are talking about some more information about this asexual bird or about this gamete. Now one point with respect to gamete, we just write down here, gamete basically it has the haploid in nature. Gamete structure is a 8 shape. Gamete structure, these are a 8 shape. Yes, it is look like a 8 shape. Now next point, basically this gamete, these are the green in color. Green and as well as multicellular structure. It's a green as well as the multicellular structure. And if you talk about what is the ploidy of this gamete, so just we write down here, ploidy basically haploid in nature. So यहाँ पे भी हमने लिखा हुआ है, gamete basically these are the haploid in nature. Okay. So now these are the all information about this gamete. Gamete haploid in nature, also called as the asexual bird. Got it? Yeah. So now we are talking about how that gamete help for the formation of the new body of Merchantia. Chalo. So now what happened? We are taking some flowchart information. Whatever that gamete is present, which is haploid in nature, so that gamete release from gamma cup. That gamete release from the gamma cup. First step. Second step, that gamete fall on the soil. Fall on the soil. Third step, that gamete undergo the process of germination. And after the germination, we are talking about they form two bodies of Merchantia. They form how many bodies? Two bodies of this Merchantia. So what is meaning of these two bodies? Just see the diagram here. Inside the diagram, we draw 8 shape structure. Yes, these are the 8 shape structure. And now what happened? At the corner, we represent something of green structure, right? So that green structure, nothing but, see, these are the entire structure, these are called as the gamete, right? But one gamete, single gamete, it has they has tendency, they can form a two bodies of this Mertensia. What I'm saying, that is one gamete structure. One gamete structure, they can form two body of Mertensia, two bodies of Mertensia. Two bodies of this Mertensia, they has that tendency. Why? Because in this structure there is a number one, this one, and these are the number two. Okay, so each gamete, it is consist of the how many bodies? These are the consist of the total two bodies. Gamma cup has more than one gamete. Might be possible. Might be possible, yes. Gamma cup, they has the more than the one gamete, but we are focusing on the gamete, right? Single gamete, they having tendency, they can form a two Mertensia. How they form a two Mertensia? Because see, these are the H-shaped structure. यहाँ पे present in notch, right? And inside this notch, now there is a two different structures are there. 1 and the 2. I'm giving the number 1 and 2. So now what happened? This one detached, it's detached, and now it is responsible for the formation of the one Mertensia body. Second, it will be get detached, and now they has tendency to form a Mertensia body. Got it? So one gamete, they can form two plant bodies of Mertensia. Got it? इतना डिटेल में क्वेश्चन नहीं आता, डोंट वरी, आई एम रिपीटिंग दिस पॉइंट अगेन. सी, we are talking about typical structure of the gamma cup. Inside this gamma cup, there is a presence of the gamete. Gamete also called as the asexual bird. Okay. Now this asexual bird or gamete, it has the H-shaped structure, multicellular structure, green structure, and total structure. These are the haploid. If you see this typical structure, that is H-shape, that H-shape, basically it has the 2 points notch presented. See here, these are the notches present, and now inside this notch we give the number 1 and the number 2. So now what happened? These are the associated structure. These are the gamete structure. But now what happened? They having on the one body there is a presence of these two gamete. So number 1, number 2. So these are the entire structure. These are the gamete. But now what happened? They has the two body. They form a two body. So single gamete, they can form a two Mertensia, right? Two Mertensia. Now it will be get detached. Now they can form the body of the Mertensia. Same structure with respect to with the second. Again it will be get detached, and again they form this structure of the Mertensia. Okay, they can also form the structure of this Mertensia. So that's why we are talking about, that is single gamete, when it is get released, that time they can form a two Mertensia body. Got it? Just quickly check, this part is cover all this information. These are the something unique structure which is associated with Mertensia, that is in case of liverworts. Got it? Okay, chalo. Should I continue? So with this gamete, we are talking about next part, life cycle of Funaria. So just check the images who shared the Madhura. Now lower body, basically these are the gametophytic body, upper body, these are the sporophytic body. So we have to discuss detailed information with respect to life cycle, because we know that Bryophyta, these are the showing haplodiplontic life cycle. So we have to prove that how they produce the haplodiplontic life cycle. Okay? Chalo. So write down the title, Funaria life cycle. Funaria, which is come under the Moses life cycle. Okay, now You know very well, whenever we are talking about mosses or in case of this bryophyta, they are showing life cycle that is haplodiplontic life cycle. Haplodiplontic life cycle. Number second point, these are showing alteration in generation. Alteration in generation. And what is meaning of this alteration in generation? It means that there is a presence of gametophytes which is haploid in nature. Further, it is converted into sporophyte, which is diploid, in ploidy level, 2N. Again, this sporophytic converted into gametophytic. So such type of this generation, these are called as the alternation in generation. And we already discussed this point. Why we write down haploid first? Because haploid body, haploid, these are the dominant phase. That is gametophytic body, these are the dominant. So that's why we can simply say haplodiplontic life cycle. Chalo. So one by one we are talking about diagrammatic representation to explain the typical structure of Funaria. One thing, for example, ये आपका पेज है. Start from the new page and these are the A4 size page. Okay? यहाँ से start करना है आपको. यहाँ से start करना है. Then यहाँ पे आना है. Lower, upper, and again back to pavilion. Got it? Because we start from this one side, left side. Again हमें जाना है horizontal, upward direction, and finally we have to reach up to first stage जहाँ पे हमने start किया था, because we have to represent the life cycle. ठीक है? Got it? So start from the new page. Start from the left corner to bottom. Bottom से फिर से horizontal, again vertical, upward direction, and again जहाँ से हमने स्टार्ट किया था वहां पे एग्जैक्टली पैरेलल आना चाहिए. गॉट इट? यहाँ से यहाँ, यहाँ, यहाँ. दैट्स इट. डन? अंडरस्टूड हाउ टू रिप्रेजेंट? मंगेश? ओके, चलो. Now start from the first. We draw dominant phase, that is gametophytic.
Ma'am, please scroll up.
Scroll up. Okay. Done, Sanjana?
Yes, ma'am, done.
Okay. So listen carefully, because if you understand this point, these are the exactly summary. So you can easily, because the same hoga for the bryophyta as well as the pteridophyta. So once all this information is printed in your mind, बस आपको ये याद रखना है कि how that gametophytic convert into sporophytic and sporophytic to gametophytic, because these are the same for bryophyta as well as the pteridophyta. So first of all, we start from the first diagram for the gametophytic body of Funaria. So I'll start from the first stage, that is gametophytic body, gametophytes, and that gametophyte, basically these are the represented by the small n. And you know very well, in case of this bryophyta, this dominant haploid body, these are the dominant because it has the leaf like structure, root like structure, stem like structure. तो हम उसी बॉडी को हम रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं gametophytes. Rhizoid, haploid. Rhizoid structure, basically these are the haploid. Now we have to draw two branches. V shape में थोड़ा सा structure. Okay, like a V shape. Now this typical structure, erect structure, these are called as a stem-like structure. that is caloid. Caloid structure also, these are the haploid. Now we are talking about, see, Funaria mossaceae, and mosses, that these are also called as the leafy mosses because leaf-like structures are present, phyloids are present. So all this entire body of caloid, these are the covered with leaf. Don't draw a typical leaf because see, it is not a gymnosperm, it is not a angiosperm. ये lower group है. So it's not well developed xylem phloem is present. So just draw like this. No need to draw midrib. Simple structure draw करना है. Okay. So now
Ma'am,
this
please
green
scroll
color.
up. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. So this green color, nothing but we are talking about, these are the phyloid leaf-like structure. Phyloid. And this phyloid again, ploidy lever, these are the haploid, which is a leafy structure. Okay, done. So these are the first phase. Entire body, that is gametophytic body, root-like structure, stem-like structure, leaf-like structure, all these entire structure, these are the haploid in nature. And now here we can say these are leafy structure. क्या चल रहा है? Okay. So now here we draw the two branches. Okay, two branches. So in these two branches, we have to mention a specific point. Two leafy branches are present. One branch, these are the male. Another branch, it is act as a female. Got it? So we are talking about branches. Leaf branches से. Remember, हमने यहाँ पे बात किया था. In case of this mosses, basically sex organ presented on the tip. Just check where the sex organ are present. In case of this Mertensia, we discussed that there is a presence of the sexual branch, right? Again, in case of this Rixia, we discussed it is present in notch, like thallus are present, and on the thallus, male and the female structure. And in case of mosses, we'll discuss it is present on the shoot tip. Got it? Shoot tip. Just check the classification. जो हमने देखा था, liverworts and the mosses. So now here we are talking about, in case of this mosses funaria, leafy structures presented. But now what happened? At the maturity, that leafy structure, one branch it is behave as a male, another branch it is behave as a female. Okay. So now we are taking next scenario, how there is a development of this male as well as the female gamete. So next scenario, what happened? ये जो present है, these are converted into male gamete and now they form the female gamete respectively. So we are talking about, in further condition, both they formed, first of all, male gamete, which is haploid in nature, and as well as these are the motile. And now there is a formation of the female gamete, which is non-motile, but again we can say these are the haploid in nature. Got it? So just check scenario. We are writing the two information. एक ही plant है. Funaria, these are the single plant. It has the two branches. On the shoot tip, there is a development of this male sex organ and the female sex organ, that is antheridium and the archegonium. Antheridium, they can form the antheridia. Nothing but we are talking about further the development of the male gamete, and while archegonium, they form the archegonia, and further they form the egg cell. So we are not taking the middle part, VCC, NCC, because we already discussed that part before the class, means before this lectures. So directly we are talking about that male and the female, further they go and form the male gamete, and one specific characteristic feature with the male gamete, that male gamete, these are the motile. यहाँ तक हो गए now. So now what happened? There is a fertilization between male gamete and the female gamete. So next step, that is fertilization. Okay, what point? There is a fertilization. Now after the fertilization, you know very well, there is a development of diploid stage, and that diploid stage, nothing but these are called as the zygote. तो क्या बना यहाँ पे? There is a formation of the zygote. Zygote basically these are the first cell of diploid generation. These are the first cell of sporophytic generation. Because अब तक हमने क्या देखा था? Entire body haploid, haploid, haploid. Complete gametophytic cell, haploid था. Sex organ which is get formed, haploid. Male gamete, haploid. Female gamete, haploid. After the fertilization, first cell which is get formed, that is zygote. So we have to mention one point here, that is zygote. These are the first cell of sporophyte. Because sporophyte, these are the diploid in nature. So zygote basically, these are the first cell of what cell we are talking about? These are the first cell of the sporophyte. Now, next scenario. We know that amphibians plant, that is bryophyta, these are the stage where first time zygote undergoes the embryo formation. In case of this algae, embryo formation is absent. But now यहाँ से शुरुआत हुआ. That is further that zygote, it is undergo the process of this division and they form diploid body, that is embryo. That's why bryophyta, these are also called as the embryophytes, because these are the first stage in plant kingdom where first time embryo get formed. So zygote भी diploid था, embryo also, these are the diploid. Can you tell me which division can be occurred here between the conversion of the zygote to embryo? Mitotic division or meiosis division? Mitosis or meiosis? Which division can be occurred? Diploid zygote convert into diploid embryo. तो यहाँ पे तो growth हुआ होगा. Definitely there is a cell division. So can you tell me which cell division? Mitotic or meiosis? You have said meiosis, okay. Meiosis, Sanjana, Arya. What about the others? Diploid zygote convert into diploid embryo. Amod, Amal, Rishikesh, answer is true. Simple meaning है बेटा. Meiosis, reductional division. Spore mother cell, which is a diploid in nature, undergo the sporic meiosis. Meiosis are the reductional division and they form a haploid spore. So meiosis में कैसे रहेगा? How that developmental? Because meiosis is the reductional division. Answer is mitosis. Right? Answer is mitosis because diploid zygote है. Zygote कैसा है? Diploid zygote, and that diploid zygote again converted into diploid embryo, means there is a no reductional division. And if no reductional division, it means that we are talking about they are undergo the process of this division, that is mitosis division. Mitosis division, that is equational division. As it is genetic material, as it is chromosome number get mental. No meiosis. Meiosis means reductional division. Remember this point. Okay? Everyone, this point is clear? Everyone, this point is clear? यहाँ पे meiosis नहीं होगा because that's why I'm telling you, हमने focus किया point को. Diploid zygote, it is converted into diploid embryo. No change in chromosome level. As it is, stage is maintained. Chromosome number maintained as it is. So how we can say meiosis? Meiosis reductional division है. So now यहाँ पे कौन सा stage हो रहा है? Mitosis, equational division. As it is, genetic material is get double. Okay? तो यहाँ तक बात okay? Everyone? This point is clear, everyone? So just check quickly. Gametophytic body produce the sex organ. Sex organ produce the male and the female gamete. Male gamete motile hoga, right? Now what happen? It is development of the zygote, diploid stage. Zygote undergo the mitosis division, form the embryo. तो ये हो गया vertical downward. Now I am talking about horizontal. Next stage. Back to pavilion. अब हमें यहाँ से diagram करके ऊपर जाना है. Okay? चलो. So now we are talking about embryo. and now this embryo further undergo the development and now they form. यहाँ पे भी कौन सा डिवीजन होगा? Again there is a division, that is mitosis division, and during the mitosis division now they can form sporophytic body. Sporophytes, and again sporophyte, these are the diploid in nature. Chalo, so quickly I draw the diagram to represent the typical structure of the sporophyte. I hope you remember we already discussed this point, that is sporophytic body, these are the depend on the gametophytic, and sporophytic body it is consist of the food set and the capsule, right? Tell me at which leafy branch reproduction process can be occur, fertilization process can be occur, because see male motile, male is motile, so can you tell me on which branch, on which shoot fertilization process can be occur, on female shoot or on male shoot? Gametophytic body hoga, on the tip fertilization process can be occur, right? So can you tell me kahan pe process hoga, on male or the female? Because see where the site is present, that site, from that site sporophytic body get formed. Yes Sanjana, Rishikesh, true. Sexual reproduction process, it is occur on the female body, because who is motile? Male is motile. Male, female body secretes the mucilage, male showing the migration, male showing the movement toward the female, right? And the entire fertilization process, it is occur on the female shoot body. So now we have to draw sporophytic body along with gametophytic body. So quickly हम इसको represent कर रहे हैं. Now at the base there is a presence of this leafy structure, V-shaped branches are there, and on the branches there is a presence of this leafy structure. So this entire structure it is represent gametophytic structure. ठीक है, हमने पहले represent किया था, these are the male branch and now this one the female branch. We have to discuss on the female branch because these are the site where fertilization process carried out. Then fertilization process it can be carried out. Now what happened? अब यहाँ पर development होगा sporophytic body, that is food seta and the capsule in case of Filaria. So quickly we draw that typical structure. So यहाँ पे present होगा on the tip, on the female shoot tip. Now there is a development of foot. Now long elongated structure, that is seta, long elongated structure, that is seta, and finally there is a formation of capsule like this. Okay, so quickly I'm giving the name, number 1, number 2 and the number 3. So number 1, nothing but these are called as the foot. Number 2, these are called as the seta, and the number 3, that is called as the capsule. Okay, so entire this 1, 2, 3, entire this 1, 2, 3, these are called as sporophytic body, that is sporophyte. And what is diploidy level? That is diploid ploidy level, because these are the product of the fertilization. Okay, जो नीचे वाला part होगा, this one, that is root like structure, stem like structure, or what we say, that is leafy like structure. All these are the structure, these are the haploid. And why haploid? Because these are the gametophytic body, the gametophytes. And when we are talking gametophytes, definitely ploidy level, these are haploid. Okay, yeah, so quickly complete the diagram. If you want you can open the book also, book में भी ऐसा ही diagram दिया हुआ है. Because female branch, female shoot, these are the site where fertilization process can be occur, because male motile है, right? With the help of water, male are showing movement towards this female because female secrete the mucilage. Remember the last point. NCC cell, lead cell, then VCC cell, सब कुछ degrade होगा. Mucilage secrete होगा. And now male, which is the motile, showing movement towards this female gamete and successful fertilization can be occurred. जहाँ पे fertilization हुआ, that is a female shoot. On the female shoot, there is a development of sporophytic body, and sporophytic body consists of the three parts: foot, seta, and the capsule. Done? Yeah. Once this diagram is done, then please tell me. Okay. Okay. Done? चलो. So now यहाँ तक तो बात समझ में आ गया. Food seta capsule बना. Inside the capsule, spore mother cells are present. Spore mother cell undergo the meiosis, sporic meiosis. They produce the meiospore. Meiospore undergo the germination, and again they form body, that is gametophytic body. But there is a one intermediate step which is very, very specific to mosses, that is protonema. And protonema, these are the favorite part of your NEET examination. So we continue this part. Upward direction जा रहे हैं, okay? चलो. So I'm giving one arrow here. Now we are talking about next step. Next step. Check हम क्या क्या कर रहे हैं. First of all, we come vertical downward, then horizontal, and then we are going upward vertical. Okay? Chalo. Now this upward vertical point, we are talking about one give the arrow, and on the arrow we are writing information, that is capsule break at the maturity. Okay? Capsule break. Now what happened? Or break लेने से अच्छा हम लिख रहे capsule become mature. Capsule become mature. Now what happened? Inside this capsule, spore mother cells are present. Inside this capsule, there is a presence of this SMC. I'm not writing the long form because we already discussed SMC, that is spore mother cell. If you want, you can write down the long form. SMC, spore mother cell. And ploidy level of the spore mother cell, same, that is diploid in nature. Okay? Now, spore mother cell undergo the process of sporic meiosis. Next step. Spore mother cell undergo the process of this reductional division, and this reductional division simply we can say that is sporic meiosis, because spore mother cell undergo the meiosis, that's why it is called as a sporic meiosis. Once the meiosis process can be occur, now there is a formation of meiospore. There is a formation of the meiospore. Simply you can say spore. Spore, product of the meiosis, that's why we can say these are the meiospore. Meiospore ploidy level, these are the haploid because यहाँ पे process हुआ है meiosis, and diploid spore mother cell undergo the reductional division and they produce the meiospore, which is haploid in nature. One specific property with respect to Funaria meiospore, these meiospore, these are the green in color. Something unique, okay? These meiospore, these are the green. If you discuss the other bryophyta, they don't have the green meiospore. But in case of this Funaria, there is a presence of this green meiospore. Please mention this point. One question from this point. Okay? Now, meiospore undergo the germination because spores released from the capsule body, right? And now what happened? They undergo the germination. So next step with respect to meiospore. Okay, Arya. Let's check. Don't worry. Once complete cycle is done, again I zoom out and you can take the photo और कहाँ पे missing होगा वहाँ पे point लिख सकते हो. Because see, theoretical information ये these are the some tabular form. You have to imagination. You have to create your own language. It's not possible to write each and every sentence. आपको वो develop करना पड़ेगा. Because bio लिखने बैठोगे तो आपको 15-17 नोटबुक भी कम हो जाएंगे. For 11th standard only. So smart work. Okay, चलो. So now back to pavilion, we are talking about spore mother cell undergo the sporic meiosis. They produce the green meiospore. Now next step, this meiospore release from capsule. This meiospore release from the capsule and undergo the process of germination. ठीक है, दो स्टेप हो गए यहाँ पे. Number 1, first of all we discuss release, and the number 2, it's undergo the process of the germination. Now we know that once that meiospore undergo the germination, it means that now they form a very important structure, that is protonema. So release हो गया, germination हो गया, and after this germination, this typical meiospore, they form a very specific structure, that is protonema. Please highlight this point because it's very important. There is a formation of the typical structure, that is protonema, and these protonema also called as filamentous gametophyte. These are also called as filamentous gametophyte. ठीक है, protonema. You just write down one information on margin. Margin में लिखो protonema. These are the filamentous gametophyte present only in moss. बाकी कहीं पे भी present नहीं होता. In all bryophyta this structure is totally absent. So please write down this information on margin. हम center में लिख रहे हैं. हाँ, अगर center में जगह होगी तो लिख सकते हो. If at the center, if you have the place, you can write down. So we are writing some information, that is typical structure, that is protonema. Sorry, proto. The typical structure, that is protonema, present only in moss. It is not present in, अगर question में ऐसे हुआ, it is present in bryophyta. Wrong. It is not present in all bryophyta. Protonema, these are the also called as the filamentous gametophytic structure. These are the present only and only in case of this mosses. Protonema, right? Protonema, also called as the filamentous gametophytic structure. These are the also present. It is only and only present in case of this mosses. So we discussed diagrammatic representation for the protonema. Just have some patience. Yeah, done this part. Just quickly check. We start from the finaria, then we perform the fertilization, zygote, embryo, sporophytic body, foot, seta, capsule. Capsule become mature. Spore mother cell undergo the sporic meiosis, formation of the green color meiospore. Meiospore release from the capsule, undergo the process of the germination. After the germination, they form a filamentous gametophytes, and that filamentous gametophytes, simply these are called as the protonema. Can you tell me what is the ploidy of the protonema? Haploid होगा या फिर diploid होगा? What is the ploidy of protonema? Tell me, what is the ploidy of protonema? Yes, these are the haploid. Very good. So these are the haploid, because see, once meiosis process is done, it means that whatever structure we are taking after the meiosis, all structure, these are the haploid in nature. So please write down one point here. Just give the small n. Protonema also haploid in structure, as well as filamentous, gametophytic, these are haploid in structure. Got it? Now, next point, back to pavilion, last step. ठीक है? So I'm erasing this part जो हमने यहाँ पे लिखा था, that is protonema structure, because these are the final stage. This protonema structure, now it is undergo growth, development, etc., etc., and they finally form the body that is gametophytic body. So these are the undergo the growth process, right? As well as it is undergo the process of the mitosis. See, यहाँ पे भी हम mitosis ले रहे. Why we are taking the mitosis here? Because haploid protonema converted into haploid gametophytic division, right? Haploid protonema, it is undergo the growth, more specific, it is undergo the mitosis process, that is equational division, and they form a body that is gametophytic body. They form gametophytes, and you know very well gametophytes body, these are the haploid in nature. So remember this point. Mitosis एक ऐसा process है, unique process है. Mitosis process can occur in diploid organism, it is occur in haploid organism, right? Because what is the main purpose of the mitosis division? Whatever the genetic material is present, haploid होने दो या फिर diploid होने दो, we want to maintain as it is. We want to maintain as it is. That's why mitosis is called as the equational division, and meiosis called as the reductional division. Reduction means what? Chromosome number it is get half. It is equally divided. They get half. Okay. So I'm repeating this point again. Please listen carefully. Final stage tha protonema. Protonema also called as the filamentous gametophytic body. This protonema, these are undergo the process of the mitosis, undergo the process of the growth, and again they form gametophytic body, leafy gametophytic. It means that finally they form this typical structure, this structure, that is root-like structure, rhizoid, stem-like structure, calloid, leaf-like structure, that is phylloid. So again that protonema, they form gametophytic body. Got it? This point is clear, everyone? Just quickly check. If you want to screenshot, you can take. These are the entire life cycle. Very simple, very easy. Just आपको imagination करना है. Gametophytic undergo the sporophytic, sporophytic undergo the gametophytic. So such type of this life cycle, these are called as the alternation in generation, and more specifically life cycle name haplodiplontic life cycle. Why we are using the haplo first? Because haploid stage, gametophytic stage, these are the dominant. वो dominant है. That's why we are saying haplodiplontic life cycle. Clear this point, everyone? हाँ बच्चों बोलो जल्दी. Is this any confusion? Can I repeat once? From gametophytic up to gametophytic means complete cycle. Okay, Padma. Can I repeat or no? Okay, clear. Okay, fine. Clear. Okay, Amal. हाँ सानिया को समझ में आ गया. Very nice. Okay, Shifa. Okay, chalo. So should I continue next part? These are the life cycle of the Funaria. Very easy, very simple, and more important word, that is protonema. Remember this point, protonema. Chalo. So quickly I'm writing some point with respect to life cycle. Just we discuss. Basically, in case of this Funaria, हम Funaria को focus कर रहे हैं, okay? In case of this Funaria, whatever that meiospores are present, that is a green meiospore. Okay, green है. There is a formation of the green meiospore. And what is the haploidy level? Yes, these are the haploid in nature. So that's why Funaria also called as Funaria also called as green moss. हमने cotton moss देखा, sphagnum. Now we are talking about green moss. किसका नाम है green moss? Funaria. Why? Because Funaria produce green color meiospore, which is haploid in nature, right? So that's why Funaria also called as the green moss. Now, next point. In case of this Funaria, we just discussed zygote, which is diploid in nature. 2N. Ploidy level, these are the diploid. Previous part. Entire part, Sanika, sorry. That's it. यही तो देखा हमने. Nothing else. Okay, Sanika.
Ma'am, what did you write below green meiospore?
Green meiosis. Funaria, also called as the green moss. Green meiospore.
Okay, thank you,
This
ma'am.
one. This one, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. So first point we discussed, Funaria also called as a green moss due to production of the green meiospore. Second point, in case of this Funaria, we discussed zygote, these are the diploid stage. Okay. And these zygote basically first cell of sporophyte. We discussed this part, but again we are writing commonly. So these are the first step of diploid generation, that is sporophyte. First cell, because अब तक हमने देखा था all the body these are the haploid, but now zygote these are the first cell which is represent diploid stage of sporophytes. Okay. Similarly, we are talking about first cell with respect to haploid generation. These are the 2N generation. Now we are talking about that is haploid generation. So now in this scenario, we are talking about that is meiospore. Meiospore. Ploidy level haploid. This meiospore, these are the first cell of haploid generation. These are the first cell of haploid generation, and that haploid generation simply we can say that is gametophytes. Okay, so we discussed first cell of diploid stage as well as the first cell of the haploid stage. Got it? Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, chalo. Now next point, Funaria has long
Ma'am, can you
sepals.
zoom out?
What want to write down? Diagram part, upper
I
one,
just
left
want to
circle.
check it. Yeah, upper one.
Okay, okay. अक्खा क्लास zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in. इसमें ही जाता है. Check it now.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Done?
Yeah, done.
Yeah. So we are talking about next point with respect to Funaria. Scientific name is underlined. Funaria basically it has the long seta. So we discussed in case of this liverworts, short set seta present, but in case of this mosses, seta well developed. These are the long. That's why because of that long seta, Funaria also called as the cord moss. So Funaria has the long seta. So Funaria simply these are called as the cord moss. Or these are the alternate name for the Funaria. So just see हमने कितने नाम देखे यहाँ पे. First of all, Funaria, these are the also called as the green moss, right? Green moss, ये एक नाम हुआ. Here we are talking about Funaria also called as the cord moss. Green moss because of the green meiospore, cord moss because of long seta. That's it. Done? Done? Okay.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Now, yeah. So just we discuss Fundaria. Basically, these are showing meiosis. And which type of this meiosis? Sporic meiosis. Yes, meiosis is present, and that meiosis simply is called as the sporic meiosis. Last point with respect to life cycle, again we write here, these are the showing haplodiplontic life cycle. Because why we write down haploid first? Because haploid, these are the dominant stage. Chalo. Now, next part we are taking some detailed information about the protonema, quite detailed. That chalo. So this part is over. If you want, you can prepare one fine, nice box for this, and you can represent like this. Chalo. Next point, protonema structure. This part is over. Next part we are talking about protonema structure, which is a very unique to mosses. Protonema, and we discussed that is protonema. These are the haploid structure. Now, what happened? These protonema, right? These are the also called as the first gametophytic body. So I'm writing some information with respect to protonema. So this protonema, basically these are the first gametophytic body. See, we discussed that is first cell, that is meiospore. Don't get confused, okay? हम यहाँ पे बात क्या किया? We discuss one point here. कहाँ गया? एक मिनट. हाँ, that is meiospore. These are the first cell. I'm talking about first cell. Okay, meiospore. These are the first cell of the gametophytic body. But here I'm talking about protonema. These are the first gametophytic structure. First cell and the structure. Total variation. Cell means single cell. Just it is showing initiation. Structure means what? Now it is get well developed. So protonema, basically these are the first gametophytic structure. Please don't get confused between the first cell and the first gametophytic structure. So these are the first gametophytic structure. Please underline this word structure. First gametophytic structure. Now, whenever we are talking about after this protonema, it's converted into secondary protonema. So we are taking some flowchart to represent how that protonema it is converted into leafy gametophytic. So protonema, these are the first gametophytic, and the another one we are talking about, that is leafy structure. Leafy structure. These are the second gametophytic structure. These are the second gametophytic structure. So don't worry, I'll take the diagrammatic represent what is the meaning of this first and what is the meaning of the second. Now, so quickly we are talking about some important point. Suppose यहाँ पे present था पहले spore. More specific, we are talking about meiospore. Ploidy level haploid. Now this meiospore undergo the process of germination. Undergo the process of the germination, and after the germination it produce primary protonema. What they produce? They produce the primary protonema. Now, ploidy level of this primary protonema, again these are the haploid in nature. Now, this primary protonema, these are undergo branching. So we are talking about branching. Branching समझ में आता है? Branching means what? Now these are the single structure. Now they are showing the branching. So simply we are talking about it is undergo the process of the branching, branch development. Primary converted into secondary. So it is undergo the branching, and after this branching, this primary protonema, now it is converted into secondary protonema. And if you talk about what is the ploidy level of the secondary protonema, again these are the haploid in nature. Now, This secondary protonema, they has a bud structure. So we are talking about this protonema. There is a presence of this bud present. On which structure? On the secondary protonema. And now what happened? Slowly, that bud undergo the growth, development, and finally they form a typical structure, that is leafy gametophytic structure. They produce the leafy gametophytic structure, and again ploidy level, that is haploid ploidy level. Okay. Now what happened? In this scenario, see, there is a simply conversion. So I'm taking the simple diagrammatic representation. Pehle ek tha spore, that spore called as the meiospore, which is the haploid in nature. These meiospore undergo the germination and they produce the primary protonema. Primary protonema means what? Filamentous body होगा like this. ये कुछ इस तरह से body है. So these are called as the primary protonema. Primary protonema undergo the branching. Branching means what? Initially ये कुछ ऐसा था. Now branch formation like this. Branch formation. And after the branch formation, now they what produce? They produce the secondary protonema. And finally, after the secondary protonema, there is a development of the leafy gametophyte. What is meaning of this leafy gametophyte? That is gametophytic body, root-like structure. Now there is a branching, and on the branching, there is a presence of leafy structure like this. Okay, so I'm giving the name number 1, number 1, number 2, number 3, and the number 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want, you can write down the number. Ye number 1 hai, this one the number 1, that is meiospore. Protonema structure, these are the number 2. Secondary protonema number 3, and the leafy structure, these are the number 4. So you will get the clear-cut idea with name as well as the diagram. That's it. Give the numbers, matlab confusion nahi hoga. So remember simple scenario. Definitely protonema, these are the very unique structure which is present in case of only and only in case of this mosses, right? Meiospore tha, green meiospore. Undergo the process of germination, form the primary protonema, haploid in nature. Primary protonema branching show karega, right? Branching means what? Now linear structure, now it will be showing the branch. Can you see? Yahan pe branching ho gaya, this one. They are showing the branching. So now, once they're showing branching means primary converted into secondary protonema. And now that secondary protonema, finally they form a typical structure of the leafy gametophyte. So I just want to tell you one thing here. हमने यहाँ पे एक structure लिखा हुआ है. That is, in case of protonema. Protonema क्या है? Protonema, these are the primary gametophytic, first gametophytic structure. Right? Protonema, these are the first gametophytic structure. And once we form a leafy structure, so that leafy structure, these are secondary gametophytic structure. Got it? Protonema, these are the first gametophytic structure, and now that leafy, these are the secondary gametophytic structure. So now all this information is here. Can you tell me, out of protonema and leafy gametophytic, which one is short-lived? Short-lived. Tell me, protonema short-lived होगा या फिर leafy gametophytic short-lived होगा? First gametophytic structure is short-lived or second gametophytic structure, these are the short-lived. Very good, Yash. Yes, that is protonema. Very nice. We are talking about that is protonema. So please, I'm preparing one chart once again. हम एक बार chart फिर से बना रहे. So represent this information. Final point with respect to this life cycle. First part, first column, write down that is first gametophytic structure. First gametophytic structure. And now, 1 minute. I just want to complete this part. Then I'll stop the class. Okay. Second gametophytic structure. First and the second. Please highlight first one. Highlight the second one. In case of this first gametophytic structure, we discuss which structure? Protonema. Primary, secondary, both, हाँ, दोनों को consider करें. Primary, secondary, both. Simply protonema. So protonema. Protonema हो गया. And this protonema, basically, these are the filamentous structure है. And this filamentous structure basically short-lived, because these are the present at the initial stage. Now that protonema, which is a filamentous structure, further converted into leafy structure. And once we obtain the leafy structure, which is a part of the secondary gametophytic structure, now these are the long-lived. Because now what happened? This leafy structure, they undergo the growth development, they form a female sexual shoot, male sexual shoot, now fertilization hoga, after the fertilization zygote, and now what happened? On that gametophytic body, food seta capsule will be developed. Got it? So definitely that second gametophytic, that is a leafy structure, these are the long-lived. Done?
Wait, ma'am.
Okay. Protonema filamentous structure. Remember this point. Okay. Protonema is a filamentous structure. Filament form हो रहे. Primary filament, secondary filament. That is primary protonema, secondary protonema. And whenever we are talking about the last body, last structure of the gametophyte, that is leafy. Leaves are present. So protonema filamentous structure. Protonema filamentous structure. I'm repeating this point again and again because आप गड़बड़ करोगे पेपर में 100%. Please write down in margin. Protonema filamentous structure, which is the first gametophyte. Second gametophyte leafy structure. Done? Yeah. So quickly check this part. Is there any doubt from the today's class? It's quite interesting part. Okay, if you understand this thing ना कभी नहीं भूलोगे, कभी भी नहीं भूलोगे. Very simple, very tricky. Because now what happened? Student को ऐसा लगता है कि यार बहुत लेंदी है, breath is theory, but you have to convert that theory in diagrammatic representation in flowchart. So that is a best way to understand the theory. Okay, yeah. So this part is covered, everyone. Just check. We discussed the life cycle, then we discussed some important points with respect to Funaria. Now we focus on the protonema, which is the neat favorite part. Now we discuss the last chart, primary first gametophytic structure and the second gametophytic structure. Heram, according to timetable, beta.
Ma'am, next week are exams, no?
Arey haan. Let's see the timetable. I don't know actually. Yeah. Okay, chalo. So good luck for your Sunday's exam. Prepare for the cell very well. Read each and every point very carefully. And whatever is part going on from the cell wall up to last point, that is nucleolus. Every entire chapter is included.
Okay,
Yeah,
ma'am.
chalo,
Thank you.
luck. Good luck. Bye bye. Bye.